Well, I'm in my office in Thomas Worthington, and behind me are posters of productions that have already happened. Each of these productions bring a lot of memories to me. Quilters is the story of women settling the West through the art of quilts, and it's an all-female cast, and as a drama teacher, you're always looking for the all-female thing. There's still magnolias in there. Peeking Out is a play called 12 Angry Women. Many people may know it as 12 Angry Men, but I was always challenging why not women. I remember all the students I worked with and the great times we have and the relationships that continue today. I think in life you have to hang on to something hard and let go fast. Okay, there was a time for this, and now is my time to be an arts advocate and encourage the arts. In 1973, for the 72-73 school year, I interviewed for my job at Thomas Worthington High School, what was then Worthington High School, in the theater space. They were going to do, the year I started teaching, a humanities course, which was going to be group taught by art, music, English, and history. And they needed a large space because they had 100 students in the class. And so they whacked away at this space and they said, look, there's a stage. He was just so delighted. Look what we found, this stage here. And so once I was in this space, it was, we can do productions here. And out of that grew my theater program, which was called Theater Repertory at the time. But we were able to do smaller productions and involve more students by doing more pieces. So the McConnell Arts Center was my hello to teaching, and that it influenced my career. The Cardinal Theater, which was my space for 25 years, is actually the footprint of this theater across the hall. It is because they were going to put me in a lecture hall, and we said, no, that's not going to do. And the next day, the architects came back and said, well, suppose we just totally reproduce this space that we had here at the McConnell Arts Center. So the building was an influence on my professional life. And then when I retired, I was on the board of the McConnell Arts Center. And I said to my students on our very tearful goodbye, I'll see you across the parking lot. They used my name on the theater to kind of symbolize all the 100 years of educators that were in that room. I happened to be the last one in the space. Educational theater is such a special experience because the majority of my students, it's a one-time only experience. I've had many students talk about how having that performance experience helped them in their job. That excites me in terms of a legacy. And those students have gone on from high school to do much more sophisticated things. And that's wonderful to have been part of the start. But I love that doctor or the head of nursing or the weather reporter who says, yeah, I'm still using those skills of the theater arts. So that's a kind of legacy. I think it makes you empathetic. It sharpens those human, caring about another person. What's their story? What's their life experience? You kind of gain from their life experience without having to pay the price of maybe what was painful or hard about that experience. And it enriches us. This exchange of our lives and our experiences and what it feels like to be me and what it feels like to be you and how we can come together, survive and thrive. I don't think it'd be possible really to erase the arts. We have the formal arts of painting, music, whatever, but people are artistic when they arrange the furniture in their house, what they're going to wear today, how they're going to set the table. I don't think you could erase it. As an audience member here at the MAC, I've been especially excited about the different cultural artistic groups from this area. I love the fact that they were all local artists, and they were such a discovery to me, and it was a cultural connection. All these things we're so concerned about right now, and I just felt it fit the space. My first experience was a flamenco dancer, and I think she had 6 musicians on stage and a company of performers from adults to children, and they were changing costumes and mood of the pieces, and it was an amazing, and you say, oh, where do you travel and perform? And oh no, I'm right here in Columbus, Worthington, Ohio. I think the MAC can do that. It's nurturing our community and our artists and the people that we go to the grocery store with and are part of our community. This fits this specific place, this group and this type of performance. This was the space that nurtured the Worthington Chamber Orchestra, and then Eric Nesda's group, Songs at the Center, started here at the MAC. So it's really been a nurturing force, and everybody's brought something different. John, I think, brought the boldness of the creator. Yeah, let's try that, let's try that, let's try this. Kim brings this musical background. Everybody has their perspective, and the interns that have gone through here, the talented young people that are backing it up, and then they go off to another larger place. But it's been a very nurturing environment. Doing virtual events. I mean, there was a virtual orchestra concert, constantly staying in contact with their constituency, probably looking for all the help that was out there financially and being sure we were plugged into that. Just surviving and getting through the pandemic was a huge accomplishment for a small arts organization. There was an improv troupe that was here, and the young man at the end of it was just thanking the audience and thanking his performers, and just kind of wistfully looking up into the lights on stage saying, I never would have thought 5 years ago I'd be here at the McConnell Arts Center. And the reverence with which he saw that as a stepping stone. Yeah, the local artists, I think that's its strength. In terms of young people, I guess there's so many ways the arts can be in your life. There's arts education, there's so many supportive, administrative, creative, programming, grants writers. The arts pull on so many talents that if you want to be a part of it, either as a volunteer or in your career, there's so many places. I always would say to my students, I hope when you're done participating in high school theater that you'll be one of those people that will sit in the theater at the end of a film and read the credits. And then, as I said earlier, the arts, it's in your life when you decide what to wear every morning. So, and being with your children and reading that story at night. Well, what I've always hoped for, and we're young, this is a young, I would just say, oh, it's at the MAC, I'm gonna go. You know, that we bring, when an artist comes, they bring their audience, and each group brings their people, but if there's a unified group that it evolves to a point that, oh, this is at the Lincoln Center, I'm gonna go. This is at the MAC, I'm gonna go. Because there's always something new and different there. The MAC is a city partner with so many groups and nourishing so many groups. I hope it continues doing that, and just that it builds its reputation that, yeah, let's go to the MAC Friday night. There's something good happening here. Well, just be very proud of this accomplishment because it's the first building in Worthington dedicated to the arts. We've built many school buildings that did not have a space to perform in. To have a space of your own, to say this is the arts. There's a space for dance. The founders of this gave a space for everybody. And I hope that the nourishment and the value of that continues. And I think the MAC has proven that with all the talented staff members that have been there. Just continue, keep it up. Community, keep supporting it financially, because that's always, this is amazing with the 6 people or however big this staff is, what they do every year. It's amazing.